Let's talk about the power of your I am. Because whatever you believe you are, you're creating and anchoring it into your life. How do you shift? How do you change? I'm going to tell you, stick around for the end of the video. Okay, welcome to Patty's World. I'm Patty. I'm a manifestation and transformational coach, and I help you shift into the highest, most elevated version of you so that you live and align with the life of your dreams because you are that powerful. One of the common themes that I see with my clients and people, and just those that ask me questions, whether it's here on my TikTok or Instagram, is people who are reacting and anchoring in what is right now, what they're experiencing in their reality. And law of increase, whatever you're placing your energy and attention on, your focused attention, and you're identifying with your I am, you're anchoring it in and growing that story. Whatever you're labeling, you're growing the story. Whatever you say, I am, you are growing and magnifying and anchoring the story. You are deciding. So I want you to pay attention to your dialogue, to the words you're using to describe yourself, the state that you're in, what happens to you, how people treat you, and what you're proclaiming with your words. You're casting spells with your words. And whatever you say after the words I am, you are declaring and saying, this is who I am. Yes, universe. Yes, God. Yes, source. Give me more of this. This is who I am. And that is the level of circumstances, and that is how people will show up treating you. Everything and anything that will resonate you with that identity or that label or that name, whatever you say after I am. So I want you to think right now, what have you been saying or identifying with as far as your I am? I am is awareness. Whatever you have awareness of that you say that you are and you own and you identify with, you're proclaiming it. You're wearing it. It's like you're putting on a coat and saying, okay, this is who I am. Let me wear this coat of depression. Let me wear this coat of anxiousness. Let me wear this coat of not good enough. Let me wear this coat of not worthy. Because someone showed up treating me a certain way, and the meaning that I attached and the I am I created is I'm not worthy. I'm not deserving of better treatment. My I am is not worthy, not good enough. I'm pushing that out into the world of the five senses, the 3D, and then people and my circumstances are reflecting it back. And I'm constantly in that wheel, that hamster wheel of the same old, same old. Here is the trick and the shift. You have to stop focusing on what is, whatever you're experiencing in your 3D, accept it, detach from it, and then say, what would I prefer? And then focus on what you would prefer, the wish fulfilled, the end. What kind of treatment would I prefer? Who would I rather be? Instead of being and identifying as I am not worthy, I am not good enough, who would I rather be? Well, I prefer to be worthy. I am worthy. I am more than good enough. I am always treated well. And you start affirming and believing and imagining yourself. You create an image of yourself, the version of you who is worthy, who is loved, who is adored, who people treat well. You believe and you anchor and you say this in with certainty. You start embodying this version of you, even before you see evidence of it. But sometimes, you know what I've been seeing lately with my clients is that they make this internal shift that easy. They just take their attention off of what they don't want and they focus on what they prefer, what they want to draw in, what they want to create, the desire, the wish fulfilled. They shift their attention and they start affirming around it and believing, and they align their self-talk with this, because you can't affirm once and then still go around aligning yourself with conversations of not good enough and not worthy, right? The minute they make the shift, their outside world changes. They push that out, and the world of the five senses, the 3D, will reflect back to you who you are saying and being in your I am. I am worthy. If you believe you're worthy, you will align with experiences that confirm your worth, that confirm that you're more than good enough. If you believe at the core with certainty, and that is the shift. Who says you're not worthy? Who says, why are you giving more authority and power over you to people and things outside of you than you are to yourself and your inner God? You're connected to God. You're connected to source. You're connected to the power that creates worlds. It resides within you. You are put on this earth, placed on this earth, came into this earth as whole and complete, as a powerful being worthy of having all of your desires. Step into your power and proclaim it. Let your I am, your awareness of who you are, be an identity that serves you, that you're whole and complete and healed and happy, and your life is amazing and you're always treated well. And things are always working in your favor, and you're worthy and you're more than good enough and you're deserving, and you don't have to prove your worth to anybody. So clean up your speech and your thoughts regarding your I am, your awareness. That's all that matters. Whatever you have awareness of, and whatever you're proclaiming after I am, it's creating your predominant state of being. And law of resonance will align you with what is, with whatever you are being. Remember, you manifest what you are, not what you want. So the big shift for me when I started understanding this, and it was with law of assumption, is that I started imagining, who would I be if I was the version of me who got what she wanted? Because I always get what I want. And then I just started affirming that over and over and over, a million times a day. And things began to shift and everything began working out for me. And I started saying, everything is literally easy for me. My life is literally perfect and everything works out in my favor. I threw the word literally. I actually heard this from another coach. He's on TikTok. And I'm like, yeah, because your subconscious mind is imprinting the word literally, making it real. And then everything flows into my life with ease and flow. I get to decide in this world, when I understood that in this world, I am the utmost authority on me, not what anybody or anything outside of me says. And so start looking at circumstances in your life and what they're showing you, and then ask yourself, detach from it and say, okay, what am I believing? And how can I shift and change this to what I prefer? And then run to what I prefer. Focus on what I prefer. What do I prefer? Well, I prefer safe relationships with people who are whole and healed, who love me and support me and want the best for me. I prefer love. I prefer friendship. I prefer loyalty. I prefer an amazing life. I prefer abundance. I prefer health. I prefer loving what I do. I prefer believing that money comes to me easily, that I get paid for being me, that I get paid to exist, that I love what I do, that work feels like play to me. Whatever beliefs, you get to decide what it is. You get to proclaim it. You get to imprint them. You get to push that out after your I am, your awareness, even before you get evidence. The shift always happens from within. Whatever we're aware of, we always create from within. So create from your state of I am. Who am I being right now? I am being the version of me that is powerful. I am the version of me that is the operant power, that understands that circumstances don't matter, and no matter what shows up, I can shift and change it. That's the version of you want to live from. That's your awareness. So you don't have to freak out about what your 3D is showing you. When you understand this and then start getting evidence of it. And listen, one of the things when I started believing and stepping into my power as far as manifesting and shifting and changing things is that I could imagine something and think it, and it would show up in my 3D. And at first, I don't want to say it's scary. It's like, oh man, you start seeing your power. I can think of a word. Neville talks about this. You can imagine some song lyrics or a color, and people will either parrot it back to you or will show up wearing that color. I tried this with my husband. I thought of the word blue, and I was waiting for him to parrot it back to me because of the law of thought transmission, right? Whatever you think, our thoughts carry energy. You're transmitting that out to the person you're sending it to, and they reflect it back to you. And I thought of the word blue. Would you believe that for 4 days straight, he wore the color blue? It took me a while because I'm like, what is it? I'm connected to him energetically. Why am I not hearing the word blue? And then I realized, oh, he's wearing blue. He's wearing blue. And he continued wearing blue for 4 days. So do it with a song lyric. Think of a song lyric right now, and then let me know. Make sure you bookmark this video. Come back and let me know how many people throughout your day come back parroting back those song lyrics, or you hear it played on the radio when you go in a coffee shop, wherever it is. So that's how you can play with the universe. And then, I could think of something, and later on throughout my day, my experiences, my circumstances will reflect back to me, my consciousness, whatever I was thinking or imagining or being, whoever I was being. It is crazy the way it works. These are some of the things that also started happening with me. I could think of someone, I wonder how that person's doing, especially with clients. Like I'd have sessions with my clients. And then I would think about them, maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks would pass, and I would be like, I wonder how things are going with them. That day or the next, I would get an email from them updating me. I would get an update. And so I've started to anyone who works with me, I always affirm and believe that my clients get amazing transformations and my clients get amazing success. They make incredible shifts and they transform their lives. So, I affirm again what I prefer. What do I prefer? Clients who are transforming their own lives. I show them, I walk them, I guide them to stepping into the highest version of them to transform their lives. So you get the idea. Whatever you say after I am. So here's an example of my I am. When I first started doing this coaching, and my background's in journalism, I was a TV news anchor for years. And then, I really got into this about 10 years ago, this conscious creation. The more I read, the more I understood. And then one day I thought, well, I could teach this. I could merge, what I love doing, which is my broadcasting, my background in broadcasting, and then the coaching. And I could show people how they could heal themselves or believe that they're whole and complete because you're not broken. There's nothing to heal. You just have to shed limiting beliefs that are holding you back and all the baggage that you're holding on to. Whatever your identifying is, you can shift and change it and anchor in a new identity. So I did all of this work on myself, self-hypnosis and meditation and the scripting and the subconscious mind reprogramming. And then I thought, well, I can teach this. But when I first got into this, I would just talk about it. I mean, I had no problem recording videos, but I had a lot of, I had a lot, not problems, but imposter syndrome in identifying as a coach. I just didn't. My I am wasn't certain, wasn't in knowing. And so because I was uncertain and clear and not embodying the full version of being a coach, a successful coach, a coach with clients, a coach who loves their clients and their clients love her back, a coach whose clients are getting amazing transformations, I wasn't embodying that version of me. I wasn't proclaiming it. I wasn't getting that reflected back to me. Especially when I first got into this, like the first 2-3 months, I really wasn't getting results as far as growth on my social media, but also clients really working with me. The minute I stepped into the version of me who is a successful coach and shows people and guides them and supports them and is their cheerleader, I started seeing amazing results. I had to embody that version of me, push it out, and then it started being reflected back to me. And it just keeps getting better and better and better. And I just pour a lot of love into what I do and in my videos. And anytime I meet with someone, and I'm always affirming and believing that they're going to come back. I'm going to get an email. I'm going to get a message telling me that their life is completely different. And I'm getting these kinds of things, even from people who there may not be a client, they haven't paid for any service, but they're just watching my videos, my free stuff, whether on here on TikTok, and they're seeing transformational changes. That's what I'm pushing out. That is what I'm embodying, and I'm the creator of my reality, and circumstances don't matter. So what I say is that all my clients, all my viewers, anyone watching, they are transformed and get amazing results. And that's what I'm seeing. That's what the 3D is reflecting back to me. Okay, so that's how it works in a nutshell. Your I am. Embody the full version of you who's worthy, deserving, and can create whatever they want. You get to decide who you are. You're the utmost authority on you. Step into that power. Okay, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one.